Okay, we're on Chagigah, Perek Gimel Mishnah Aleph. We're going to continue until actually the end of the Perek to learn about issues of Terumah and Tahara. Purity, ritual purity, and ritual impurity. So, the Mishnah says the following. We're talking about, remember, let's go back and remember that we are talking about, we have different levels of Kedusha. So, we had Chulin, Ma'aser Sheni, and then Terumah and Kodesh. So, our Mishnah is going to focus on the difference between Terumah and Kodesh. Says the Mishnah. Chomer b'kodesh mi b'Terumah. So Kodesh, the relationship of Kodesh to Terumah is more strict. We're more stringent for Kodesh than Terumah. Why? Shematbilim kelim b'toch kelim l'Terumah. Avalo the Kodesh. So let's say I have this cup that it became tameh, and I have to tovel it. So I also have, I'm in my office, so let's see if I can find something. I also have a paper clip that became tameh as well. So that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to do both in the mikvah. I stick the paper clip in and take that and put it in the mikvah. It makes life easier. So if I want to do that for Terumah, and then I want to use the paper clip in order to use it as like a toothpick to pick up my herring, to pick up my Terumah onions in my herring. Okay, so the Mishnah says, "Matbilim kelim beto kelim the Terumah." You are allowed to tovel, to immerse kelim. This is a kli. A paper clip is a kli inside another kli, inside, well, you can see me, inside a cup for Terumah, avalo the Kodesh. But for Kodesh, you can't do that. Why can't you do that? Because we say, the Amrinan, kavdo shel kli apnimi, we say the weight of the internal kli, internal vessel, amachbir al chitzon, shu munach betocho, the paper clip. In this case, it's not a great example, because paper clips don't weigh so much, but the weight of the internal kli is weighing down, chotzetz mipnei Terumah. It's going to cause a chatzitza. Chatzitza is an interruption, is a disconnection. Okay? It's because we're so makpid on Kodesh. You're going to eat a korban in Kedusha, so you can't do tfilat kelim beto kelim for Kodesh. But for Terumah, we're more mekil. Achorim v'toch ubeit hatzvita. Achorim, the back of a kli. V'toch, the inside of the kli. Ubeit hatzvita. We're going to see what that means, but generally, we say the beit hatzvita is the handle. So the outside, the inside, in Terumah, avalo b'kodesh. Okay? So these are, we say that for kelim, the outside, the inside, and the handle are separate entities. Let's see the Bartanura will explain what we're talking about. Kli ha'ro'il lishtamesh b'tocho, u'ba'achorav, u'beit tzvitato. So you can use this kli three different ways. I can hold something inside of it. I can use the outside, let's say if I want to, there's something in this cup. I find another cup, whatever. I don't want to spill my coffee here. Okay? So you take dry out the coffee. Did I spill? No. I want to put something on it. You can't see me. Here we are. I want to use it to hold something. That's an outside use. And let's say, for example, I want to keep my papers I want to use this as a holding thing for my paper towels. Okay, so I'm using the handle. So each one has a different use. Okay, so, kol tashmish v'tashmish bo, every use, chashuv kli b'fnei atzmo le'inyan Terumah. It's considered its own kli for the issue of Terumah. Why Terumah? She'im nitmazeh lo nitmazeh. If the handle of the cup becomes tameh, I can still use the inside of the cup to hold my coffee beans. Ve'im nitma beit tzvitato. If the handle became tameh, lo nitma'u acharav v'tocho. Then the outside of the kli didn't become tameh, and the inside, because they have different uses. Now, in general, we're not expert at all. Like now, I wouldn't use the cup. They would use their kelim for many, many different uses. I would say in this case, I use the cup as a cup. I generally don't use the cup to hold other things or to use it upside down to prop up things. So it probably might depend on whether you actually really do use it for different uses or not. What is beit tzvita? Why is that the handle? Beit achiza. Lashon vayitzbat la kali. She put into her lap, root, put in roasted grains. Some say it's beit tzvi'ah from lashon etzba. Beit tzvi'ah from my lashon etzba. The beit tzvi'ah, my finger. I put my finger in it. Okay, so nonetheless, that's the halacha that we learn, that if it become that for Terumah, okay, each one is distinct and separate. Avala b'kodesh, because it becomes kodesh. For kodesh, it's all one kli. If the handle become tameh, then the whole thing came tameh. Anoseat midras, noseat Terumah. Let's say you're carrying something. I'm carrying something that's tumat midras. So we learned that tumat midras was something that was sat on, like something that you would sit on, okay, that could become tameh. So if I'm carrying Tumat Midras, I can also carry Truma in my other hand or whatever. I can carry them together because they're not interacting with one another. Avalo et kodesh, but I can't carry kodesh when I also carry Tumat Midras. Why? The Bar Terumah says I can do it. Why? If I'm carrying a shoe of a zav, I can carry my truma in a chavit shel cheres, and as long as they don't touch. If they touch, you're in big problems. But you can't do that with kodesh. Why? Because there's a story. He was carrying a barrel of wine of yain nes of nesachim, used as libation for the Beit Hamikdash, kodesh. And his strap of the shoe that was midras sahab fell off. And so he carried it in his hand. And what happened is it fell. He was carrying this chavit, you could use your imagination. It had wine in it, and so the strap, what he was holding, somehow like it fell into the air, the avir, inside the air of the chavit, and then it became tamei. So that caused the wine to become tamei. That's terrible loss. That's terrible. For that reason, at that moment, they said, Hanosei et midras lo yisa et kodesh. You're carrying midras, you can't carry kodesh. And the fish shemasa ya kodesh. Since the story happened with regard to kodesh, the fikach lo gazru el kodesh, below truma. So then they only made that gzeira for kodesh and not for truma. Lo midata kodesh midata truma. Okay, in kodesh, the level of sanctity for kodesh is not for the same level of. It's not the same thing as truma. So make sure I'm in the right place. Why? Shebekodesh matir. If you want to be mitaher, okay, kodesh, something like that. Let's say I have a beged that's kodesh. If I want to be mitaher, or I want to be mitaher beged for use in truma, shebekodesh. If I want to be tovel, bring it to the mikvah. If the thing became tamei in a certain level of tamei, okay. If I want to bring it to the mikvah, be tovel. Shebekodesh matir. I have to untie it. I have to take out all the strings. Umin agev. I have to dry it off from any wetness, from any oiliness. I have to clean it basically first. Umat bil. Then I bring it to the mikvah. Ve'acharka kosher. And then I tie it. Meaning I have strings. I have whatever they would have strings on instead of zippers. So I have to take out the strings and then do the tevilah. Ubat truma. But in truma kosher, I can tie it. Ve'acharkach matbil. And then I do the tevilah. So again, just like at the beginning of the Mishnah, we saw that we were more strict for kodesh in the tevilah of keli b'to kli. It's very similar. That for kodesh in clothing became tamei. You had to take it to the mikvah. When you want to take it to the mikvah, you have to first undo it so that there's no chatzitzot or possible chatzitzot, and then do the tevilah and then immerse it. Whereas in truma, you can immerse it when it's all still connected. We'll stop here and dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.